Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay, sorry about this. Technical details as usual. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so a couple of wee updates before we get stuck in today's new tune. New tune's going to be a slip jig. So we're going to be doing like reel jigs, slip jigs, that sort of thing. Probably more jigs and reels than anything. So that's what our aim is for today. And I actually better make sure that my audio is working because it was a bit of an issue there. Yeah, so a couple of it is okay. Radio. So a couple of wee updates as well about the app. How do I turn captions off of my thing just for a second so you guys can see it? Turn them off. There we go. So I can actually see myself. Radio. I'm actually going to put into the chat as well my details. Some weeks I forget to do that just in case anyone needs to reach out. So here we go. In the chat, and you guys can post in the chat as well. I think there's like a limit. You have to have been like, joined or, be a fan of the channel or something for like 5 hours or something. But anyway, here's all the contacts. If you guys need to reach out to me. Yeah, so my email, website, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram should all be there, hopefully. Okay, so let's have a look to see what's coming down the trail. There's actually a couple of wee things. You guys are going to get a sneak peek tonight of another app. There's 2 apps that I have almost done, and there's another one coming for Bouzouki. So I'll show you the update that we have at the moment. If I just go to, yeah, you guys should hopefully be able to see this. This was the very first app that I made about 2 months ago. So I'm getting better. But it's taking me time. It's taking me a while because it is just me doing all this. But at the moment, the new update for this is that there's a tune only section. It shouldn't really only be tune only. It should be tune and boron. If I click on that, you'll see that the 2 that we've already recorded, the Kesh jig and the copper plate, the old copper plate, are there. Okay, so the Kesh jig being in G, there's 2 different speeds for it, and the old copper plate being in A, and there's 2 speeds for it. I'm only going to do 2 speeds, guys. I think it may be just, slightly turn the arse out of it a wee bit, like to be doing like 4 recordings of the Kesh jig. I think the slowest possible version and the second fastest version is enough for all the tunes. So I think people don't really need to have 4 versions. If you really do, I will do it, as it's going to take me twice as long. So I want to try and get through like at least 1 tune every week. If I have to record it 4 times, it may take me longer. So this is the tune only section. Let's zoom out because it looks a bit weird. Yeah, the tune only section. The rhythm only section is as it was, and all the other keys are still there, and all the other tempi are still there, and polkas will be coming soon. I've already got 1 polka down for D. I have to do it for G, A, E, and B and everything. And also that means I'll have the rhythm as well. So I've actually got 2 done. I've got the D one and the rhythm only version if I just take all the D accompaniment out. So that's almost going to be landing within the next week or 2. So that's the first update for the Irish Traditional Music Practice Tool. So if anyone's interested in that, yeah, jump into the website and it should be there. The second one is going to come out within the next few days as soon as I make a video of it. And it's this one, the Tin Whistle Fingering Detector. Okay, actually does a couple of things. It was originally meant to be for the whistle course that I'm making. I wanted a visual representation on the screen of what I'm playing. So if I was to say, I'll do it. If I was to play the tin whistle, there we go. Hopefully this will detect. If I hit start microphone, it'll probably ask for permission. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Usually it does if you've started it up for the first time. So microphone detection. So hopefully you guys can see that when I play like a low D, I do it actually in a louder whistle. See the way everything lights up? Okay, so that's the first thing, and it does that for all the different keys. So if I was to select B flat, So it's going to be, I'm going to make a wee video of this explaining how to use it and what it does. So that's the first thing, is that it'll be a note detector. Stop microphone. It'll be a note detector for any tin whistle players, and I'm going to use that in my tin whistle course. You know, for especially for beginners, it's very helpful to see exactly what notes I'm playing in real time, and you know they'll be able to obviously download this as well, and you know help with their practicing. This coupled with the accompaniment tool would be really powerful, especially if you're a whistle player. Unfortunately, I don't play fiddle. I've already got about 4 or 5 people sending me emails saying, "Can you do one for fiddle?" I wish. I would have to learn the fiddle first, and yeah, come back to me in 15 years or longer. So no, unfortunately, if you know anyone who does play fiddle and can help out, tell them to get in contact with me if they have a lot of patience with somebody who's learning to code and learning how to make apps for the first time. Yeah. So that's the tin whistle one. The thing that I added on to that, guys, was I added on another little bonus thing, and I thought, well, if we already have, the detection going on, why don't we just do like an ABC detector? So like if you went to somewhere like the session, I'll do it. If you went to the session.org, the session.org, if you don't know the session.org, guys, that is like the place to go. It's been around for a while, like 2008. It's been a while. It's been around for almost 20 years now. So it's one of these websites that it really hasn't changed much. You can tell it's been around for 20 years. It actually has changed a bit in terms of quality and everything, but it more or less has the same layout as it did 20 years ago, and they've just added more and more and more stuff. So if you're looking for sessions or trips to festivals, discographies, like what music to listen to, events, discussion forums, there are thousands. Loads and loads. Anything and everything you could ever possibly want is in here. I'm not going to bother logging in. You don't need to, but you should. You should show a bit of support if you can. And also there's a little donate thing as well. I got to get back into donating to these guys, actually. It's a bit, sickening how much I use it, and I haven't donated in about 3 years. So I better get something to them soon. So for tunes, just say I'm wanting to, the Kesh. No, actually we'll do the one we're doing today, the Butterfly. Butterfly. Hopefully it comes up. Yeah, the Butterfly, Barney's Goat. Okay, Barney's Goat, the Butterfly. You can see there's the sheet music. You can play the audio in here. You've got the ABC in here. Now the audio is great in here. It's better than my audio. So if I was to play that, it's accordion sound. But if you're a tin whistle player, it doesn't really show you like which notes to hold down and, slow it down, speed it up for those notes. So what you can do here is you can go to ABC, and you see where it says copy the ABC. Every single tune has that ability to copy this ABC stuff. So if you copied the ABC, you'll notice a wee copied thing just flashes in front of it there very quickly. So I've copied it about 50 times now. So I've copied that ABC. You can then go into this app when it launches. Just select all that text, get rid of it, and just paste. Might slow it down a wee bit. 230 is a bit fast. Let's go to 180 or something. Now, obviously, I'm going to be changing that over to real whistle sounds once I get time to record every single note individually. But if I slow it way down, not sure if you guys can see that if I zoom in. Yeah, there's a wee tempo thing here. You can just click on the arrows. There we go. Let's slow it way down. How slow can it go? 40. Okay, that's probably a bit too slow, but sure. We're in the key of D. We're using a D whistle, so let's play it. Okay, so it's very loud, as you guys can probably hear. To me, it's not that loud, but it's probably coming through deafening to you guys. So if I just speed it up a wee bit, let's say make it 80. So the point of this is, if you're a whistle player, you can play along with that. Following the fingering as fast or slow as you want. And you can do that for any tune. So the nice thing about this is once this app is good to go, that's it. Like, there's not going to be any updates to this one, I think, anyway, because it's sort of self-contained, whereas the accompaniment one, I'll probably be updating this for at least another year or two, adding more polkas, slides, and barn dances, and hornpipes, and mazurkas, and all types of things here, and maybe even different tempi and more keys, so this will grow, and maybe a year from now it'll be finally done. So yeah, but this will grow, this one, the session, the accompaniment tool, but the tin whistle one I think will be more self-contained. Okay, so then of course I thought to myself, well, once I have that, I don't want to do one for bouzouki. So I'm in the middle of doing that now, guys. It's 100 times harder for bouzouki because it's a harmonic instrument, but at the moment this is the fretboard that I have designed, and it's GDAD, and you can select. At the moment it's just it's an analyzer, but I wanted to be able to pick up the microphone of anyone strumming a chord, maybe each note individually. It's probably not going to be as good as just analyzing a chord that you just strum all at once, but if you pluck each individual string individually and give it time to hear those notes, then it could probably analyze it for you. And that's what I'm looking to do here, and maybe add a couple of more features to it as well. So at the moment, if I played that, let me see. Does that come out? Oh, it did a minute ago. Let me see. I'll just update this. G, D, B, and G. So that should be the G major chord. Yeah, so it's analyzed it correctly. Oh, okay. So it's not been able to play just yet. So that's obviously, that'll be the update that I'll be adding, and I'll be recording stuff. So I've only literally just updated literally before I came on line here, so that you couldn't select more than one note at a time. It was getting very confusing when you could select like 5 notes from the same course. So obviously that's not good. So it has been, this is going to be a slower one. It might take me another couple of weeks to get this one, a version of it up online. And again, for you guys who are anyone doing bouzouki, if you're willing to be my guinea pig, join the Facebook group and get in contact with me and email me and say, yeah, I want to have a go at doing the fretboard one as well before it goes live out to the world. So at the moment it's really only just detecting chords, but I wanted to do more than that. If I'm going to charge people like £5 for something, I wanted to be able to do more than just analyze chords. I wanted to be able to play back the chords, and maybe even to introduce like a chord progression chart, so you can select chords to go one after the other type of thing. So yeah, we'll see what we can grow from this and keep adding more features as time goes on. So at the moment then, there's sort of 3 apps. One that's live and is growing. We're going to add another tune tonight. Another one that is a couple of days away after I've, input all the MP3 files for every single note. A long version and a short version, so when you speed it up, it doesn't sound too weird. So once that's done, this will be live, good to go, and hopefully that will be it forever. And then this one, it's going to take me a while. Okay, so this will take me a while, and I will need your help, guys, with this one. So anyone who's willing to sort of have a go at messing around with it and playing it and tell me what they like and what they don't like, and give me feedback as well, that would be great. Okay, so enough of me plugging all the apps. Let's get stuck into something. Okay, we can minimize all that. We'll do that one later. And we can minimize all. Let's actually, you know what? We'll use the accompaniment tool for this one. Slipjig. We don't have any tunes for slipjigs just yet, so this one's going to be what? E. Can I do this? I wonder. bit loud. Okay, I'll use the other one. Yeah, I'll use the softer wee whistle. Yeah, those wild whistles are brilliant for session playing. And they're great for also for recording as well. It's just that I need to figure out a way of doing it. So I might need to change a couple of wee things around with the microphone, because at the moment it's if anyone who's done microphone recording before, this is a Shure SMB7 microphone, and these microphones are, if you saw the technology in it, it's tiny. You know, so it's like when you are, it's great being able to pick stuff up really, really quietly, and then you can boost the signal. But when you have stuff that's really loud to begin with, you know, it can be a little bit overwhelming for the microphone. So I'm going to be using this one for a wee while, the wee shush whistle, until I can figure out the recording for the wild whistles, and then I'll maybe do a whole video on that, on wild whistles. I've got all of them, all the different tunings, like D, G, A, E, E flat actually, and B flat. So there's loads that we can use. So what I might do then is, let me see if I can swap over to whistle. If I can do whistle recording, maybe boop, boop, and this is why I've got about 10 black shirts. If you haven't noticed by yet, guys, I'm always wearing a black shirt so that my fingers will stand out. I might need to get the microphone a wee bit closer than that. Actually, what is it up to full speed? See how that is in terms of audio. Okay, I'm a wee bit too close to the microphone then if I'm getting such interference there. See. Okay, I'm a wee bit too close. Okay, I just want to hear my interference there. Okay, that's good. Radio. Okay, let's go for a recording then of this, but we're going to play it nice and slow. that sounds. Okay, I think that's okay. Hopefully. If not, I'll record it properly. I'm just trying to do it, so now, so it makes it easier for me later just to add it into the app for you guys. So, but if not, I'll do a proper recording. Okay, so that's no worries, Radio. Let's do it up to full speed, and then of course we'll add in Bouzouki and everything else and blah 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 blah. Let's do it 120. See what that's like. Actually, I'm not going to do 135. I just want to have a listen. It's possible. I'm not able to put in the ornaments that I want to put in. Like there's a full roll plus a half roll there that. And I find that a wee bit tricky to do up like 135. I can do it now, but when I'm trying to play it along with something, I might mess it up. So I'm not going to risk 135. I'm just going to keep it at 120. So as usual, I'll do the slowest and the second fastest. And then it's up to you guys when you're practicing to push it to session speed, which is a little bit higher, 135. So here we go at 120. Actually, you know what? I'll do fresh recording. So stop recording. And let's do start recording. And start recording. Yeah. Okay, so this should be fresh recording for, I was going to say the kid on the mountain. That's a different slip jig. The butterfly. And we'll do 120. Yeah, that's nice. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. How did we get on? That's a wee nosy. It's a wee bit of interference there, but I'll see if I can tidy it up in post. So it's not too bad. Well, I say that now and then I look at it and it's horrible. Okay, but we've got the files. Okay, so we've got a big version of me playing it and a sort of vertical version of me playing it. All we need to do now is record it, I suppose. Let me see. With, whatchamacallit? Audio Hijack, yeah. So I'll have a nice, just plain old recording on Audio Hijack. If I can remember how to do this, it should be whistle, I think. Let's have a look. Testing, 1 2 1 2 2 2 2 2 2. Whistle's done. Okay, yeah. So there we go. Whistle's recording. That's me recording. Recording. Okay, slow version first. Calm this down a wee bit. There we go. Okay, because I don't have to worry about the video this time. So I shall just do it so you guys can see the tool that I'm using. Okay. Aside from the wee mess up, it's really tricky to do this, you know, where you're trying to get like a nice clean take and you make one slip. But yeah, that's the way of it. Okay, so let's try it up to 120. There we go. Okay, so let me just come out of this and out of that and stop. Okay, let's swap back over. I'm tired of hearing my really horribly trebly voice. Let's swap back over to normal. There we go. Oh, that's so much nicer to hear that. Okay, now, did it take? Well, let's check it. Let's see. Yep. What about the fast version? Yeah. Okay. Now, what we need to do before we add Bouzouki is split all this stuff up and make it a wee bit more something we can use for practicing. Okay, so best way to do that is, first of all, let's check to see how in tune we are. Because the heat here is, it's, in Ireland, guys, we're not used to this, that's all. It's not that hot, really, but we're just not used to it. Look. So it should be in E. Probably E Aeolian. actually not too bad. I might just leave it, guys. Heat seems to help. Yeah, long. Well, I shouldn't say long may I continue because goodness knows how bad this can get. So yeah, at least it's working out. At least there's a slight silver lining for me in that the whistle's actually in tune, which is great. So all we need to do now is push this into Fission, and then just take out all my guff like this. Calm this down a wee bit. Yeah, take out all that. This is where I made the mistake. Let me see. Yeah. Off to a great start. That should be it. I could keep that. Off to a great start. Oh, you wouldn't believe, guys. What I should have done years ago when I was recording stuff like this is I should have kept all the curse words and everything and have, like, you know, I suppose I can't really do it with students, but, you know, especially younger students, but, like, you know, an end of year Christmas party or something, release a video of just all my mistakes, all my effing and blinding. We won't. That would have been fun. Oh, there's one time I think somebody made a phone call when I was, you know, that's why my phone's always on silent. Oh, no, I haven't learnt my lesson, but somebody rang me just as I was doing something, and I think I threw the whistle across because it took me ages. I threw the whistle at the wall. This is back in the days when you were recording and it was really slow. It's not like it is now where you just press a button, you know. Nice. How long is this going for? Oh my god. Oh. Maybe that's why. Maybe a slight little fade in then. Too much. Let's see what that do. Just so it doesn't come straight in. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so because that one wee mistake I can't really use. Yeah, in there. You hear it? It's like a quintuplet or something in there. It's weird. So I'll have to get rid of that. Yeah, I hope I haven't made any more. It's a wee bit messy, but it's alright. As long as it keeps in time. Okay, there's the second one, so tell me there's another. Yeah, so it looks like I've done it twice. That's probably why I played it quite a lot there. Where's the start again? Be there. Yeah, so it can repeat itself, which is nice. And from here, good. Nice. There. Okay. Now, how did I do this before? Wasn't it just do that and do that? Oh. Or do I have to select? Yeah, I think I have to select it. Silly. I did write to the makers of the app to say, is there any way we can just select, parts of it together by holding down Shift or Command or something? And unfortunately, we can't, which is weird. I think it's really weird because it means now that we have to select and get it absolutely precise about where we want it to end. Which is not exactly there. There. I know it feels like, really do have to be that precise. Yeah, if you don't want your recording ending with a click or something weird. So yeah, this is why I would really love them to introduce that where you can select, 2 bits together. Because then what you can do is this file and export selection rather than the whole thing. So let's export the selection, export as the butterfly. Butterfly. What was it called? The goat or something before? I have to look that up again. The butterfly. What was this recorded at? Let's say 90. I think it was 90, wasn't it? Yes, it was. 90 BPM. We'll just put it to desktop for now. I'll just call it Tin Whistle because there's going to be a bouzouki going with this. Okay, let's have a nosy. See if it actually worked. Yeah, it does start a wee bit abruptly, but you know what? I'll get over it. I think that's okay. So many places to put in ornaments in this. That's why it's a great tune. Lots of half rolls and full rolls. Wee cuts. And slides. Good. Okay. That's just a wee bit picky when it comes to naming things. Okay, so the butterfly radio. I think this is just guff, isn't it? Do this, where you're trying to get like an. Okay, so yeah, it's all guff. Me talking crap. Let's just get rid of it. There we go. Many times this. I'll leave it in. Didn't realize I made that mistake. That's okay, actually. I might leave it 3 times, actually. I'm usually trying to aim for 2. But I'll leave it. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so just cut there, maybe. And that means that that whole selection is the fast version. So let's export this. And I think this is the 120. Well, we'll select the same name here and then just change this part to 120. There we go. Okay. We can come out of this. No, I don't actually save anything. We've already got the ones we need. That's just that file there. That's the raw file, I suppose, and these are the ones we've taken out of it. If we can just get rid of it, there we go. Okay, let's try doing Bazook. If I do Bazook camera, might go out of the way and make it a wee bit brighter, as always. Because I sometimes forget that it's hard to see these strings, you know, unless I change the brightness. There we go. So capo. Wow, that has lied to me. Okay. Do this high. Okay, let's fix the camera. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera a little bit. trying to come up with like little accompaniment patterns, so I'm just doing, you know, block chords all the time. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one because I think, let me just check to make sure. I think this is one of the few occasions where we're not in E Dorian, but E Aeolian. I'm just going to double check that. I always double check this because I've been known to mess this up quite a few times. The weakest area of my trad playing is the, you know, the Dorian Aeolian crossover, because there's so many chord progressions that work in E Dorian and work in E Aeolian. So many. And then there's one that'll come along and it trips you up. Because in the E Aeolian, your scale should be, you know, E, F sharp. Oops. I get this wrong all the time. E, F sharp, G, A, B. Now, if it's Aeolian, it should be C, D. The only difference is in E Dorian, instead of the C, it's C sharp, D, E. That's the difference. So in the Dorian, you have the but I don't think that chord exists anywhere in this piece. It's more like D naturals. Okay, so that note there should be signed it, please. There we go. Yeah, so that little guy is all the difference. Having that C natural. Yeah, one note is all the difference. So when you hear that, da da dum, that's why I have a very strong pull in my mind towards E Aeolian, because we have the C. In fact, we have it down here as well. There's your C chord. So instead of playing that chord, okay, which is here, you're looking for the chord chart of it, I'm gonna try doing just not using that at all. So the reason why is that there's an awkward little chord in this piece that you may have heard it, which is the G major chord, which it's there. First of all, you've got that annoying E as a top string on the first course there. So I try to dampen that so you don't hear it at all. But I don't like ever playing this chord as like a main chord. I always like it like as a chord that connects two chords, like a passing chord. Okay, I don't like strumming it for too long, and in this piece it's far too long. Da, 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 da. So that's like it's 2 bars. So rather than do that, I'm just going to take out that B and play maybe something like, yeah. Yeah, so do a wee bit more of that sort of playing where I'm only holding down those, that G and the D. And maybe, yeah, and moving between that E and the G. For some reason this is misbehaving. Yeah, so that should be an E. And that should be a G. You can see why I'm making my own chord app, guys, because this little guy I don't think is going to last very much longer with the updates that are coming to Apple. So yeah, this little chord, then I'm avoiding the B altogether, and I'm just sort of playing almost like a G5 chord. Maybe it's better doing it the other way. Okay, yeah, so a couple of the ideas that I'm coming up with at the moment. Okay, there's loads of wee ideas. Let's see what we can come up with. I just do a couple of different changes here. Okay, start recording. See what we can come up with. Okay. So maybe for the first, not to break this down again, as usual, if I was playing this in a session, this is not how I would do it. I would be very much more relaxed about what I want to be able to sort of play. So I wouldn't be worrying too much about, you know, making sure I do this about, you know, first time round, second time round, third time round. But because I'm making recordings of this, I do have to be quite precise about it. So maybe the first time. Okay, so the beginning part. Okay, so that's the start. So there's 3 parts to this tune, and the first part then is going to be centered around E5. The second part is going to be centered around that minor chord, which if I bring the reverse chord up back online, it's the A minor. Interesting one. Let's see. Right, with the butterfly. Let's try doing it from the start. I'm going to put it in Vision. Now, if I can just take all of that, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take, first of all, I'm going to stop recording. I don't really need that, I don't think. Yeah, I don't really need those. What I'm going to do is take this. Oops. And then just, if I just move you to the end and just paste it, does it just come straight back in? No. Okay, so I do need to update this with something. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Let me see. Copy, paste. Yeah, it works. Kind of. It's just to give me a couple of chances to play along, you know. That's all. Yeah, I'll do. And just Command A, I suppose. Select everything. What happens at the end? I'll do. Okay, so I can now export selection. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to call it the 91, except this is going to be long. So, yeah, let's push this to the desktop. Let me see. There we go. Got another version of it now, a longer version of the slow tempo. And I can just take that out and not save anything. Just leave it as it was. So this should be the original. 1 minute and 40. And this should be the longer version, 4 minutes 53. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of this. Don't need this open anymore. That was me checking to see if it was eDorian or eAeolian. Okay, don't need that. Let's play along then with the long version. I'll go back to Bouzouki so you guys can see it. And I'll need to change the camera angle a little. Yeah, E-minor is a bit tricky to capture. Sort of midway between the lowest parts and the highest parts. Here we go. Okay, so chord wise, it's not so bad. It begins. And that pattern just repeats. So E minor to start with, or E5, I should say. Oops. So there's our. Now, of course, that's our. Whoops. It says here D sus2, but I remember I always treat that top E as just an inverted pedal. So for me, that's just a D5 chord with a pedal note thrown on top. But the reverse chord app is analyzing it as D sus2. No real difference, really. Hear everything down to your friend. That's just your C major chord. Your flat 6th, flat 7th, tonic. Going way back to the beginning of one of my Bouzouki courses, I mentioned this is the sort of the Lola. Is it the Kinks that did Lola? Oh, they were doing it in E Dorian, as you can tell. So slightly different, whereas we're doing it in Aeolian. Bit of a darker feel to the Aeolian. So that's your first time, is just playing those chords. Your C, D sus2, E5. When you get to the second part, that's your A minor chord. And I approach it with that B sus4 going to C, so it's A, B, C, literally. Okay, so there's no big whoop or any big difference there. Yeah, so the third time around is when it gets a wee bit tricky, or the third section of the piece is where you've got the G, it says here G6 over B. I just consider that a GBD chord, a G major chord, and again the E is the non-harmony note. It's not part of the chord, it's not part of the harmony. It's a pedal note, an inverted pedal. That's your tonic. So an inverted tonic pedal. In the first chorus. You can, of course, if you want to, dampen that. There's nothing there at all. It's up to yourself. Or you just... It's a wee bit buzzy, my... Yeah, my Bouzouki's very buzzy, need to change these strings. That's it dampened. It opened. And if you want to play that bar chord, I never like doing that. It's too damp. It's too muffled sound, I think. So I tend to use that inverted pedal a wee bit. If you want to do it that way, yeah. Or even... Hopefully you can hear the little... So da-da-da-dum. The actual melody there is when you're doing that chord. It's chord bum-ba-bum, which is... It's like your C major chord. without the C, without the, you know, the bass. Da, C, open. So that C goes down to da da dum C B G. So yeah, getting from that G, sometimes I end up missing it to slide up to here. So suppose you could switch over. You know, something new I've learned. Yeah. And use it as a hammer on. You get up to the next one. That's it. That's a nice little idea, I think. That. Do that really slow. Messed it up, but here we go. Okay, let's see how far we can get with that. That's the third and final part of the piece anyway. So when you're in the key of G. Okay, let's see. Can we do it with full version? Just gonna swap back over. Let me see. That was the slow version, so we'll come up with something. But I want to do it with the fast version. I think I played this 3 times. So if I open this up in, oh, I shouldn't be recording this. Don't need this actually just yet. Get rid of those. Let's have a look. Yeah, right in there. That's okay, so where did I start? Where would be a good spot? Blended every single track from one into the next. So what I'll probably have to do is just cut it quite, abruptly at the start. Yeah, right there. Maybe even more. Take off a wee bit. It may look like there's even more to take off, but sometimes you got to be careful. Now, if I was to play from here. Yeah, it's still a gap. I don't want that. So I'll have to be a little bit brutal with this. Let's see, does that work now? Still a bit of a gap, and maybe actually the... Yeah, see the way I just... Like, I'm only taking this, but look how it affects the audio here. When I delete this, yeah, see the way it's messed this up a wee bit, so it may sound crap. Oh, actually doesn't. Sometimes it does. So you got to be careful when you're making these edits that you don't go too far. Still doesn't sound right. Maybe the problem's on the other side. Maybe it's this. Move it back a wee smidgen. So there. That may be it. So we listen. They'll do. Okay, so we copy that. Six times should be enough, shouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's select all, and let's now see export this selection as this is the fast version, but the fast version long. It lasts twice as long. Okay, so if I just see if that should be, I don't want to mess up the original recording because I'm going to use that for the app. So that should be it there. So I just don't see if anything else. Okay. try it. Definitely need to change these strings. That's what it's messing me up there. I might change this to... Okay, let's try that. I'll make a proper recording of it. I have to change the strings, definitely. It's just they're too... Yeah, they're too dead. Yeah. Okay. Well, the main thing, guys, the main thing is... I'll go through the entire accompaniment pattern, and the main new thing is that... that part there. But every so often I mess that up because if it's new to me now as well, and I forgot to go back and repeat it. So I was doing... And that's the last time you do it, you do that. But the first time it should go back to... And that should be this. In fact, I keep playing that the wrong way. It should be this. So the fingers do matter. Gets me a lot cleaner first course. So what I'll do there is, guys, I'm going to record that properly for you as a separate audio file, because at the moment it's taking bits out of me. Is that I need to change these strings over, like playing on barbed wire at the moment. But it's going to be a nice little tune. I think we've got the audio down, we've got the whistle down, both speeds. So we'll add that to the app. In fact, yeah, I might add that actually now just to have it updated. And the recording part of it, it'll sound nicer when I get new strings on. Yeah, they're a wee bit... They're in tune, but, you know, they're not the nicest to play on. It's a wee bit... There's quite a bit of brightness lost to them as well, so... ice ones are definitely gone. It's actually going to come in quite handy because the new app, move this out of the way, the new app that we're going to be using, goodness, I destroyed that, for the Bouzouki, is going to require new strings, for me to get each one of those individual sounds. So yeah, that's going to be a good time to do it as now, and I'm swapping things over. Yeah. So, do check out the Tin Whistle. For any of you guys who are interested in the Tin Whistle one, if you're a member of the Facebook community, just send me an email and I'll give you like free access to this forever. You'll be able to mess around with it. That's only for a limited time, guys. I can only do that for like the next... Oh, when was it? What deadline? I think it's the next week or two. So get in anyway early if you're interested in the Tin Whistle stuff, because that's almost good to go. All I've got to do is record a couple of scales in the Tin Whistle, so that's going to be no problem. The more difficult one is definitely going to be this. This is going to be a beast of a thing once it's done. So yeah, I'm hoping that this will be something new for you guys doing Bouzouki, that you can, the first 12 frets anyway. I might increase that, but I think you only really need the first 12. And I want the ability to add a capo onto it as well and change all the the analysis of it and everything. So watch out for this one. I'll keep you updated in this one. It's a tricky enough wee one. So let's see if we can get the what I might do. Let me see. I'll open up Logic and see if we can add the slip jig in. It shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest. Ooh, get more sounds. No, don't get distracted. Just new project. Go. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're not going to be using MIDI, but let's try. What's this? That's the slow version. So let's do this one. Okay, let's see. Need to line it up a wee bit. Yeah, it doesn't come in right away. Keep me going. I think it's okay. There, maybe. Yeah, let's get rid of the rest of that. Oh, boom. Yeah, let's have it down off a little smidgen. But have decay. So maybe there. And let's add in some more decay. Not 8 seconds. Okay, what does it sound like? Okay. Oh, no, don't delete. Let's try the whole... well, let's try it from here. Yeah. It's a wee bit... oh, there's 2 chroma verbs, that's why. Okay, let's go in here. Yeah, so it's double decay. What's going on there? That's not enough now. Oh, of course, that's in a second. Let's try it again. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so this will be ready for you guys hopefully tonight. Actually, no, it takes a while for it to update, so tomorrow. But at least you'll have like a slip jig that you can practice along with now. I'll be making like one of these at least every week, so hopefully faster actually. Might make another one tomorrow. There we go. Okay, that one's done. Let's bounce. And no, I don't want it to start in bar 51. Why is it starting there? Is it because I've highlighted something? It was. Okay, let's go back. Bar 1, beat 1. That's more like it. And let's call it something proper. The butterfly. The butterfly slip jig. 90 BPM. Tin whistle and bar. Tin whistle and Byron. Can I do fathers in this thing? There we go. So let's bounce at the desktop seat. How we get on? So that should be one. And the other one will take me 5 minutes. See, it's really handy when you've got the backing tracks all pre-recorded now. You can just push them in whenever you need them. And that should actually be it. Yeah. So I'll add that to the code. So I'll keep him over there away from these ones. And I'll hold on to these because I still have to make like a bazooki thing. Don't need you anymore. Don't need you, I think, anymore either. Let's take in the... yeah, this shouldn't be the long one. This should just be the normal. Yeah, it is. And do the same thing. Let's get the 120. Wow. That is a long accompaniment track. Yeah, it's over 10 minutes. Okay. Don't need that much. Can I use the same boom as before? If I move him over. Oh, we'll see. Oh, this is going to be out. Okay, so what I need to do is move him so that these kind of line up. Yeah, this is there maybe. Sounds like in time there. If it's in time over here, then the whole thing's going to be in time. Maybe if it's just there. And get rid of this. And have this die out a wee bit. Push them back. Yeah, I think that'll do. It's only for practice, guys. You know, it's not. This is not studio. You know, I'm not good at mastering, you know, or anything of that stuff. You need to go to professional for that. You know, it's just for you guys to have something to practice along to. That's it. You know, and if it's not good enough, then that's just too bad. So I'm not going to get any better at this. That'll do, I think, won't it? Maybe a wee bit more time just to get it reverb. Let the reverb. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I don't think me going at the beginning. I don't think so. So if we can just select everything and move it all back to the start. That'll do. Okay, let's bounce. Okay, and I'm gonna find the same name, except change it now to 120. Bounce. There we go, guys. So, as I said, we'll be doing one of these tunes a week. We'll be back to reels next week, or jigs, or whatever. And as I keep saying, if there's stuff that you guys want to do, I have to keep posting that in the Facebook group or Facebook community, because I keep forgetting to say it. But hopefully after me saying it another 20 times, people just know. If there's tunes you want, you know, in the app, you know, that you want to accompany, yeah, go for it. This is the whole point of having you guys having being part of the app. It's not just like something that you would get off of like, you know, the App Store or whatever, where you never really talk to the developer. Well, at least I don't when I get stuff off the App Store. This is not like those type of apps. This is a web app, and it's me making it as we go along from week to week. I'll be adding more stuff. So if you guys have requests, then, you know, can we put a waltz in, or a mazurka, or, you know, this tune that I'm learning or found in this tune book or whatever. As long as you know the name and I can find it and learn it, then yeah, it'll go in the app and it'll be there forever. So, well, for as long as it's the website can host it. So yeah, if there's stuff that you guys want, do let me know. You know, so that's the advantage of doing it this way. Also, of course, It's a one-off fee. I hate subscriptions, guys. I just hate it. I miss the days when you could buy an app off of, you know, the App Store for your iPad or your phone, and that was it. You see this whole thing of, you know, paying a yearly monthly subscription. That's crap. You know, that's money making. So I'm not going to do that. So yeah. But what I will get in return though is you guys giving me feeding me stuff to use. That's the payoff. That I don't have to put any thought into finding tunes that people want, because you'll just come straight to me and tell me what you want. Okay. So I think that's that one done. Let's have a wee nosy just to make sure that it takes okay. 2 minutes is a bit long. That's 3 times. There we go. I don't need to save this. Don't save. Okay. Now the master code. You guys want to see how... I'll show you guys for a laugh, just when someone says, actually, you can just add this in. You know, can you add this or change this? I'm just going to show you guys the code that I'm using for this. I don't think it's me that's making it. So there's no copyright or anything with this. If I go into accompaniment, like these are all the different codes that I've been making, and this is the most recent one, and it's only like, yeah, it's about 1,000 lines of code. So yeah, that's the app, by the way. That's it. So yeah, it's good fun to try and add these things in. So that's why it takes me a bit of time. Even though we've recorded that, I have to go in and find the exact line of where to put this, all this audio. Okay. So I'm just going to add it to the website. Okay, let me see if I can do this for you guys. Well, let's see. Donkels, just a couple of suggestions for future tunes. Sleeve Russell and the Blarney Pilgrim. Yes, Blarney Pilgrim's coming. That was one that I've got as well. Sleeve Russell one, I'll have to check that one out. I'm awful with the names of tunes, but I know the Blarney Pilgrim. Yeah, that's definitely coming up. Yeah. Let me check Sleeve Russell as while we're here. I'll go into the session.org. Oh, I just realized that my thing is still very bright. That's why it feels like I'm in a spotlight. Ooh. There we go. Sleeve Russell. Oh yeah, that's a Lunasa one, isn't it? That's where I heard it originally. Yeah, from the Other World CD. It's a brilliant tune. Is that the one you were thinking of? You might not be here, Don Kells, 8419. But if you are watching this back, write in the comments if this is the tune that you're looking for. This one here. I didn't realize that was the name of it, Sleeve Russell. But yeah, there's about 50 versions of it, but all using Sleeve Russell. There's Sleeve Roshing as well, but yeah, Sleeve Russell seems to be the main term of it. Is there any different versions of it? Oh, one in F sharp. Let's check out to see what this sounds like in the thing. Copy this over into my new app. Get rid of the butterfly. Oh, I've copied the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah. 3 seconds. There we go. Select all text, delete, paste in the new one, play. There. It's going to be much nicer, I think, when I've got my own. Okay, let me see. There we go. It's actually quite fast. I wasn't expecting it to be able to pick me up at that speed. That's the butterfly. What word happened to the... Oh, righty, hold on. I've got 2 versions of this open, that's why. That's why I keep copying the wrong thing. Sleeve Russell, yeah. I wouldn't do that. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it'd be easier to put that as an E roll, and then the A would be here, and then the BCD triplet. I also wouldn't put in G sharps, but my G sharps are never that good. So I'm half covering the whole. I think it sounds nicer as the G natural. I think that's the way Lunasa originally played it, but that's the first guys I heard to play this from their album The Other World, going back many years. Great tune. So yes, Sleeve Russell's going to be in there. Good job. Keep them coming, guys. I'm learning on Bouzouki Capo 7. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to try that too. I'll have to learn whistle first, and then I'll learn it on Bouzouki. I'll see if I can record it then on Bouzouki, you know, actually playing it. Cool. So that's the one then. I'm on the right track. How do I make a wee note of all this? Where's my apps? My class notes. Sleeve. Am I spelling that right? Yeah, doesn't feel like it. Russell. And Blarney Pilgrim, that has to be, yeah. That's always one. So any others, guys, do let me know. Keep them coming. It may take me a few weeks, but I'll definitely get it. As long as I remember to make a note of it. I'll get it. There we go. Right. Okay, so stop microphone. Remember, that's the only thing I don't really like too much about my app that I've made, is that sometimes I forget to stop the microphone. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't do anything. It's just waiting, you know, for you to play something. And you can see if I hit start microphone, like a wee red thing will flash up here, you know, saying that this tab, what does it say? This tab is using your microphone. And you see the way that no note has been detected until, I wonder, give me a D or something. It's trying to detect my. Oh. So you could use it for your voice if you're a good singer. But I'm not, as you can tell. Yeah. So it does detect whistle as well, which is good. So it does actually work for quite a few things. That's interesting, because I might use the same code for this as for the Bouzouki one. The only difference is this is only monophonic, looking for one sound. The other one that I'm making for the Bouzouki is looking for two sounds or more. So it's polyphonic. Yeah, this one. Okay. So what we'll do, guys, is I think we'll leave it there for today. It was really just, I suppose, to show you guys the format that we're going to be trying to get into the habit of doing from week to week, and it will get smoother as we do this, you know, from one week to the next. That I'm going to be making a tune every single, probably every Tuesday and Wednesday, to be honest. But the Tuesday one, I'm going to be trying to add the Bouzouki in. Wasn't able to do it too well tonight because it just doesn't sound nice. I was listening back to it there, so I might delete these recordings out, these ones, because they don't have the greatest sounds. Yeah, so both of those will be changed over. So I'll be doing that every Tuesday night with a tin whistle, a Bouzouki, maybe adding a bit of bar on, as you guys saw, and then uploading that to the app. On Wednesday nights, it's the Ask Me Anything, but those Ask Me Anythings are literally anything. So, yeah, Don Kells there was asking me about Blarney Pilgrim and Sleeve Russell. Yeah, might do that tomorrow night. See if I can put in Sleeve Russell Kappa 17 and learn it as a jig on the Bouzouki. Have a go at doing that tomorrow night. So it's whatever you guys want. But if you have any theory questions or any sort of music questions or any advice you're looking for, like, it is an Ask Me Anything session, you know, Wednesdays. So most of the time it is just, you know, can you show us this tune or do this tune or whatever? That's fine. Yeah, that's what they're there for. So Tuesdays are for me, but the butterfly one was today, and Wednesdays are for you. So we'll do that tomorrow night, and we'll have a go at doing Sleeve Russell. I'll try and get this app done, this other app, guys, for you for next week. Hopefully, I'll try and see how much I can get up and running. So if there's anybody who wants to be a guinea pig for this, do send me a wee email just to say, yeah, send it on over and I'll mess around with it. And let me know if there's anything wrong with it or if there's anything that's broken. And the same thing for the tin whistle. So you guys you get free access for life, but the upshot for me is that I don't have to go and test this with anybody. I don't have to pay anybody to have a look at it. You know, it's great to use real people who are going to be using it. The exact people that I want to be using these is you guys. There's people who are learning trap music. So anything that you think, well, it could be improved if you do this, or I don't like this, or it's a wee bit too confusing to use, or I don't know what to do. Whatever it is, let me know if there's any ways of improving it. I'm trying to keep the user interface and all these as clean and as simple as possible. I don't want to make it too busy. Okay, so bear that in mind. It's only meant to do... I'm not going to add like 500 features to it. Like, I don't have the experience to do that. But if there is anything that you want, or anything that you suggest, don't be afraid to let me know. Everything's welcome. All comments and suggestions and reviews are welcome. Okay. So we'll leave it there, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow night for Steve Russell if you're about. And if not, I'll see you again next week for another practice with me. Take it easy, guys.